beat Brad for the most part.
A 5-year deal a couple of years ago and blocked those guys. So I get, kind of both sides of the argument. But we're going to give opportunity to some young bats, and we've got some work to do to get them acclimated.
Speaking of guys who signed long-term contract, I know Javi's there early. Any indication that he worked on some things and that he'll be better than he was last year?
Well, he definitely worked on things. I mean, these guys, they don't just go home and prop their feet up, and it doesn't matter if you're a veteran or a young guy. They come back. I mean, he's got something to prove. He knows that, and he's created a nice environment around himself. He's sent some coaches down there. I mean, I think I'm always cautious on the talk right now because you got to go out and play. We're going to see it in the competition. These players don't deal with failure or struggle in the offseason. It's picture-perfect work. The cage sessions are awesome. Your swing will never feel better. Oh, I'm going to throw all strikes and I'm going to be good. I'm not being a Debbie Downer. I'm just like, okay, we're going to get to the game. And that's where you're really going to find out as we get closer to the season what adjustments have been made. Javi Baez is a big part of what we're doing. He's a good player. I know he's talked about often, especially on this channel and with me. I get asked about him a lot. We need him to be the best version of himself, not try to remake himself into something he was years ago. He is who he is, and he's trying to make adjustments as he gets older to be a good contributor. If he's a good contributor, we're going to be better for him.
I'm curious your perspective as a manager, as a coach. I know you hire good coaches around you, and you've got hitting coaches, you've got fielding coaches, pitching coaches, but you're the guy that runs the show, and you've got so many guys at different levels. Spencer Torkelson, obviously, he came on last year. Riley Green, even at a different level in between those two. Parker Meadows, who you already mentioned, and then you got guys like Colt Keith, Javi Baez, who are completely different levels of their career. I'd love to hear your perspective of what it's like to meet each player where they're at and the challenge that it provides you.
Great topic, because it is not one curriculum for everybody, and I know that sounds a little progressive or it sounds a little nerdy, but the reality is we've got to coach these players where they're at, and what Torkelson's going through, coming off of a mediocre season in 22 and the adjustments that he made into 23. He's now facing different challenges going into 24, having put up better baseball card numbers and more of a middle of the order bat, and there's certainly some optimism that he's a huge force in our lineup. That's an adjustment period, all the way to like Colt Keith dealing with potentially breaking in, to Javi Baez as a veteran player, trying to continue to make adjustments to role players. I mean, we need a versatile coaching staff because we have versatile messages that we have to deliver, and it doesn't matter. Listen, I've had more seasoned veteran teams. It's still that way. You can't. It's not just because we're young. It's because we're human. And for my coaches, and the way we've built this coaching staff is try to have an answer for everything that can possibly come up. Outside of my staff knowing Japanese, that's the biggest. We all know. We've got an adjustment to communicate with Kenta, but guess what? At 30, however old he is, 36 years old, he's got some adjustments to make to use his fastball better, to be able to use his split over the plate and down as opposed to sort of waste it off the plate. Like Chris Fetter's got to find ways to reach him all the way to Jackson Jovenkamp, who's 21 years old and is just looking around like it's his first day on a college campus. So it's the fun challenge of coaching, certainly, where this team's at, and we built the coaching staff for you.
It's a good transition from old guys going to different roles. I guess, as you know, I'm going from being a starter to maybe a long reliever. And any suggestions how to cope with this?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd pull you in my office if you were here in Lakeland, and I'd have a long talk with you about your strengths and your weaknesses and the things you got to do to get better, and then I'd offer you some encouragement to stay connected and stay current. I've loved talking to you, and I'm going to continue to love talking to you, but it's time to make change, and we're going to make changes together, and then I'd probably issue you a bigger challenge, sort of get you more excited about your new role.
Well, AJ, I'm passing him off. He's actually headed down your way, and I'm going to make sure that he ends up. He is now your issue for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to Florida on vacation on the other side of the state, but I might make it for maybe the Yankee game or maybe a game after that. So.
Yeah, well, if Lombard comes and taps you on the shoulder, I might send you down to the other side. So you got to be careful when you come down the lake.
Yeah, my knuckle curve is no good. I'm not Satchel Paige for a lot of variety of reasons, pitching at that age. AJ.
I just assume you're coming down to take ground balls at third base like every other player in my camp. Yesterday we had optional workout, and I had 5 third basemen over there. You think the players know there's some at-bats to be taken at third base? Yeah. So you might as well come on down, grab a glove, head to third base.
Yeah. I'd probably be more of a first. See, that's amazing. You guys still wear cups, but football players, where there's more contact, they don't wear cups.
We run that.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
We do.
Yes. AJ, thank you so much over the last few years for coming on the show. I know you'll still be on the new incarnation of the show, but the good news for me is I don't have to get up early. I'll be able to go to a lot more games. That's bad news for you, but you get to see me more.
That's all right. Come on down. We'll look forward to seeing you.
All right, thanks. AJ H, manager of the Tigers, joining us. Stoney and Jansen, 97.1.
Hey, bet the NBA with a no-sweat same-game parlay from FanDuel every Thursday with TNT Thursdays. It doesn't matter if you're new to FanDuel or already have an account. You can get bonus bets back if your same-game parlay
with slow motion.
NBA on TNT game. NBA same-game parlays are the perfect way to combine your bets for a chance to score a bigger payday. And it could be as easy as money line, point spread, who scores the most, who scores the first basket, both rebounds, blocks. It doesn't matter. However you want to play, just head to FanDuel.com/Jansen to bet the NBA with a no-sweat same-game parlay with TNT Thursdays. That's FanDuel.com/Jansen to make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NBA, as well as 97.1 The Ticket. Must be 21 or over and present. Michigan minimum 3-leg parlay required. Refund issued as now with trouble. Bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ 24-hour traffic center, sponsored by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Looking at the crash, you're going to find blocking out all of the lanes northbound Mountain Road at 18 Mile Road. You've got police and crews on the scene. Of course, I'll keep you posted. I know the big game is over, but everybody's still talking about the commercials. I have to take a moment to give a big shout out to the Sam Bernstein Law Firm and their hilarious Super Bowl spot. If you haven't seen the spot that I'm talking about yet, go to their social channels. And remember, if you're injured, call 1-800-CALL-SAM. I'm Val Berry with traffic.
The Detroit Red Wings play the Calgary Flames. Pregame tomorrow at 3:45 on 97.1 The Ticket.
The always ready for breakfast deal.
Going to bed already?
Yep, breakfast at Mickey D's tomorrow.
So,
Soon I go to bed, sooner it'll be morning. Soon I'll be at Mickey D's.
this is actually brilliant.
You can come too. Turn out that light.
Good mornings become great mornings when you have McDonald's breakfast.
Starting route to 205 73 Poinciana Street.
Hash browns and get another for $1.
In 5.3 miles, turn right onto West 8 Mile Road.
Valid for products of equal or lesser value.
At Corewell Health, every leap forward starts with the same question. Can we? Can we use genetics to fight cancers? As in plural? As in all of them? Can we save a person's heart from 500 miles away using robots? Can we combine psychology, biology, and all the ologies to heal the whole person? We can. Corewell Health. Visit CorewellHealth.org and discover what we can do together.
Hi friends, Bill Golly here, reminding you that 2024 is a leap year, so we have one extra day in February to get you into the new or used vehicle of your choice at any of our family of dealerships. Stop by Golling Chrysler Dodge, Jeep Ram in Bloomfield Hills, Chelsea, and Roseville, Golling Alfa Romeo Fiat in Birmingham, Gowling Buick GMC in Lake Orion, Gowling Toyota in Warren, and Gowling Kia in Madison Heights. Come see and experience the Gowling difference at the Gowling Automotive Group family of dealerships or at Gowling.com.
Fred Michaels, Party Grove 2.0. Nothing but a good time music festival. Friday, August 23rd. Pine Knob Music Theater with country sensation Chris Jansen, Don Felder, formerly of the Eagles. And joining Fred on stage, legendary rock star Dee Snider of Twisted Sister, the original voice of Foreigner, Lou Gramm. The epic summer party returns. Tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com, 313presents.com, or Ticketmaster.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey everybody, it's Boomer Esiason here, and eBay Motors has everything you need to keep your ride or die alive. From superchargers, brakes, exhaust kits, and more. With over 122 million parts, eBay Motors levels your baby up to its peak performance. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to bring home the win. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a click away. Order online and pick up at your local store. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, Discover. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for the cash back on my groceries.
No problem. Discover Cashback Debit gives everyone cash back. Anything else I can help with?
Do you like asparagus sorbet?
Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
How can you beat the high cost of heating and cooling and get complete home comfort in any season? Get an energy savings, high efficiency Comfort Maker heating and cooling system. Comfort Maker, at the heart of great homes. Join the millions of homeowners who have chosen Comfort Maker, supported locally by a family-owned distributor who only partners with technicians that will provide the highest quality solutions at an affordable price. Your comfort is our business. For a Comfort Maker dealer near you, visit ComfortMaker.com.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
Two 485399797. We won't lock it in until right before opening day, but I think Tigers are going to actually be over 500 this year, and how's 84 and 78 sound?
84 and 78 sounds good. Sounds like still second place. I think they're going to need more than 84.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll see. I don't think any of the teams are that good. I don't think they play, well, they don't play like as many games as they used to against each other, but I think that's pretty fair.
Well, sure, it's fair. I'm not saying it's not.
Oh, I know. So
just not sure it wins in the division.
It might not. And that's, that'll suck, especially if it comes down to the wire or whatever. But there's also a chance, who knows, that Minnesota finally, puts it all together for the whole season, which they haven't been able to do. And
right, but if
they lost a lot of players.
If it comes down to the wire, that's better than we've seen in
correct
a long, long time.
Yes. You ready to make your game prediction yet? It can be changed because there could be acquisitions, there could be injuries.
Yeah. I'm going to go with 88.
Okay, good.
88 wins.
They went 35 and 17 against their division last year. I think it's hard to expect again, but we get close.
Yeah, I just think they're 10 better than they were last year.
But they went 7 and 25 against the AL East last year. And that's where you'll tell if they're really better or not, because the AL East is just loaded.
I know. Yep. The AL East gets better. Baltimore gets burns from Milwaukee. All right, let's go to Ray in Sault Ste. Marie. What's up, Ray?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Stoney, I started listening to you when I was a teenager. I lived in Pontiac, Waterford area, and then moved back up to the UP. And I'm thankful for modern technology that has given me an app to be able to listen to you again.
Well, I appreciate that, Ray.
Yeah. How long have you been up there?
Since about 98.
Wow.
And so I didn't listen to any Detroit sports for a long time, but thankfully, modern technology, and I start every day listening to Stoney.
Well, we appreciate that. Still listen to the station after I leave, starting on Monday with Costa and John, and I'll be around.
I just wanted to say you've been great to listen to all these years. Funny, sometimes, like other callers, you frustrate me, but so does John and so does Gov. So
yeah,
that's the point.
Yeah. Want to generate a little passion, a little emotion, a little response.
So let me ask you a question, because I've never been obviously up there in the Sioux. Is there, I don't know.
Yeah, you're going to ask him what's it like to cross the bridge?
No, not what it's like to cross the bridge. I'm going to ask him if there's any, between the American Sioux and the Canadian Sioux, if there's any kind of, rivalry, that type of thing. Like I watched this hockey show called Shoresy, and it's hysterical. Yeah. And they have a game between the Sault Ste. Marie teams.
Right.
Is it a battle over the St. Mary's?
What?
There is some rivalry when it comes to hockey for sure. You have the Sioux Eagles and the Sioux Thunderbirds. The Eagles are on the U.S. side, the Thunderbirds are on the Canadian side, and there's a little rivalry that way, but it's not like 20 years ago. 20 years ago, there used to be just a rivalry between everybody who lived in each city. Now, with COVID shutting down the border, it's a little different these days. More people are happy to see each other now, where for a couple of years we couldn't.
It's amazing what being nice to people can be in the world. All right. Speaking of nice, it's time for Heather Clark.
Thanks, Tony. So authorities in Kansas City announced on Thursday that the mass shooting that left one person dead and 22 injured at the Chiefs Super Bowl celebration appeared to have stemmed from a dispute amongst several individuals. The police chief said that those injured ranged between the ages of 8 and 47 years old, and that half of those injured were under the age of 16. Now, it was also announced that an adult who had been detained was released, and 2 juveniles do remain in custody. Charges so far have not been determined. Now, after the shots rang out, there was many players, we talked about this in the aftermath, many Chiefs players that were there that tried to comfort some terrified fans who were there at the parade. Now, one of those players was offensive lineman Trey Smith, and he appeared on GMA, and he talked about his experience sharing a WWE title belt with this young, frightened fan.
This little boy with his father, he's just a little hysterical. He's just panicked. He's scared. He doesn't know what's going on. And, I had the WWE belt on me the entire parade. And, I was thinking, man, what can I do to help him out? I just handed him the belt. Hey, buddy, you're the champion. No one's going to hurt you. Don't worry. No one's going to hurt you, man. We got your back. We just started talking about wrestling. Who's your favorite wrestler? What's your favorite wrestling match? And just little things like that just to take his mind off of it. He was looking out the window and he was seeing people, just reacting away. They're trying to get out of that situation. So I'm like, here you go, buddy. This is yours. Man, so again, no one's going to hurt you.